World Cup history this evening in some shape or form. We're underway here at the Stade Abdoulaye Wade. Senegal 0, South Sudan 0. This Africa qualifier for the FIFA World Cup 2026. And Senegal just getting touches for all players, easing their way into this match. And that transition through midfield, very indicative of the skill here. Here's Mane. What can he line up? Plays it back. First shot of the match, and there's the goal, straight in. Senegal 1-0, 41 seconds gone, and Senegal take the lead through Pape Matar Sarr. Pape Matar Sarr with that clinical finish on the edge of the area after great work by Sadio Mane. 1-0 to Senegal. The quick transition through midfield finds Mane on the left. His ball back into the middle. Sarr with a clinical finish. So after less than a minute, Senegal have already made a mark on this match. Certainly not the start that South Sudan would have chosen. They'll be hoping to somehow get some composure back and perhaps reply, who knows, but certainly anybody objectively watching this game would predict that Senegal would dominate. Certainly the speed of that first goal, I think, even took the most ardent Senegal fan by surprise. So the pat again. Here's Koulibaly for Senegal. The goal scorer, Sarr. Diatta. Here's Diatta again. This is Idrissa Gana Gueye of Everton. In the English Premier League, Everton, of course, docked 10 points in a financial fair play issue. First free kick of the game. Given away by Rashid Toha. South Sudan's nickname, the Bright Stars. It's written on the back of their jerseys, as you can see. And we have Sarr, Idrissa Gana Gueye, and Sadio Mane standing over the ball for this free kick. This is Mane going through again, fouled, as we say, by Rashid Toha. Mane appears to be pointing to the far side of the penalty area. That could just be a ploy, of course. I'm sure one of these players fancies a shot on goal. Majek, the South Sudanese keeper, alert to the dangers, of course, trying to position his wall in the best possible position. And it's Mane shaping to take. Mane with the shot over the bar, high and a little bit wide. One senses this could be a pattern for the rest of the game. South Sudan building, though, from the back, not resorting to a long ball, but nonetheless quickly giving the ball away. This is Idrissa Gana Gueye. Looks to his left. Pressure from South Sudan, but Senegal keeping the ball very easily. The ball goes back now to Koulibaly. He slots the ball inside, given away, but then the ball goes out for a throw-in to Senegal. Diatta takes it, finds his captain Koulibaly. Goalkeeper Mendy wants to get involved. Here he is, out of his goal in a kind of sweeper roll. Dikate there. Back again to Mendy. Senegal trying to draw South Sudan into their half to create gaps, which perhaps Koulibaly can exploit. He plays it short. Diatta aims it up the wing. That's Diallo. Habib Diallo. Gay. Idrissa Gana Gay. Beautiful diagonal ball to the left wing. We can hear the Senegalese young future football stars singing along, enjoying the game so far, and why not? Their team's already 1-0 up. This is Mane. Mane's through, and that's the second goal. Sadio Mane. 2-0 to Senegal. They're making it look easy. Aliou Cisse there, unmoved on the bench. And congratulations all round on the pitch as Senegal take a 2-goal lead. Sadio Mane giving thanks, putting his head on the pitch. Let's take a look. The ball from Gay, flicked on. Mane able to escape the defender who was trying to pull him back. The goalkeeper got a hand to it. Credit to Magic Maling for that. But Sadio Mane makes it Senegal 2, South Sudan 0. We're underway again here at the Stade Abdoulaye Wade. And South Sudan having what I think has to be described as a fairly nightmarish start to this game. Senegal controlling everything and scoring goals. This is Koulibaly again, looking very assured. His pass goes out of play on the left-hand side. It was a rather loose ball, but the way Senegal are finding space right now, the ball could be as loose as that and still stay in their possession. And here comes Senegal once again. This is Mane. Mane coming on the left-hand side. Unable to get the ball through. It was Peter Maka who was able to cut it out for South Sudan. And they're going to need a real captain's game from their big, tall number 4 to try to keep them in this match. Koulibaly once more for Senegal. Idrissa Gana Gueye receives the ball again. Senegal keeping possession very easily at this stage. This is Diatta. Slips his man, goes inside. And what? Oh! It seems Senegal able to beat players at will there. Great play from Diatta. And an extremely important challenge by Okello Tito. Watch Diatta. Gives Okello Tito the slip. Diatta with the throw. Idrissa Gana Gueye plays it backwards to Koulibaly. The captain will play in his goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. This pair, of course, used to play together at Chelsea, now both playing in Saudi Arabia. And Senegal just keeping the ball, keeping possession, making South Sudan run. Koulibaly there, enticing. Great ball through. This is Diatta's ball through. It's hit back. Another chance for Senegal, and that was wide. But it's like Senegal, it's like a knife cutting through butter. It's great to see, and one feels for South Sudan at this point. The shot there from Iliman Ndiaye. Diatta's through ball, collected by Diallo. Cut back, half cleared, and Ndiaye just wide with that shot. Coming up to the 10-minute mark, it's all Senegal. And here's that Sadio Mane once again. Plays the ball inside the defender, great pass. Nicely cut out by the South Sudan keeper, Majak. And South Sudan now trying to get through midfield. Playing the ball to feet. Trying to stick to their style of play. But Senegal, it has to be said, putting pressure on South Sudan at every point. Nonetheless, South Sudan in the area now. This is a possibility. And the referee has blown for an infringement, Mr. Molisi. Free kick to Senegal. Edouard Mendy to take the Senegalese goalkeeper. Koulibaly looking for some kind of commitment, someone to come to him. Plays it short. Senegal threading passes together. Timely intervention there for South Sudan by their number 19, Wani Ivan. Koulibaly to the rescue again there. The goalkeeper Mendy looking to his left. Gay calling for it in midfield. Has it at his feet. Plays a short ball. Mane's run to the centre. We're heading down the left wing here for Senegal. Number 14, Jacobs. Here's Mane once again. He dummies it. Read by the South Sudanese defence. But the ball again won back by Senegal. Here's Ganagay. Diatta looks back inside. Game of cat and mouse here being played by Senegal. That was Pape Matar, the scorer of the first goal, trying to play in Ndeye again. Meanwhile, Wani Ivan with the throw for South Sudan. That was Diatta. Koulibaly, cool as you like. Ball chip forward. Gathered by Ganagay, helped on. And here's one to chase. A little bit too long, of course, there. We see goal kick to South Sudan. The lovely singing you can hear in the background, that's the invited youngsters of the Senegalese football academies who have been allowed to attend this game. Of course, the game is behind closed doors because of the incident of March 2022 of the Senegal-Egypt game, which has made FIFA enforce on Senegal a behind closed door qualification, much to the anger of Senegal's coach, Aliou Cissé. Here's South Sudan trying to play their way out of trouble, and you have to admire this team. They're not panicking, but equally they're not making much progress against a very strong Senegal side. Senegal now on that left-hand side, where they've already made great progress in this match. This is Lamine Camara. You find Sarr. Sarr again, he's got Diatta. Koulibaly, always willing here at the as the last line of defence. And very often the first relaunch of the attack. Senegal moving forward. This is Sadio Mane with a chance. He shoots. Saved by Majak. And the way that Senegal are transitioning from defence into midfield into attack, it's very slick, it's very smooth. And South Sudan at this present moment in time really hanging on. Down the left again. The ball is chipped in. And South Sudan not really dealing with this. This is Peter Maka, the South Sudanese captain. And certainly he is a cool head and very decisive there too, and he needed to be. Senegal switch sides. Diatta collects on the right. Diatta again. And South Sudan at this stage chasing shadows, it seems. This is Iliad Ndeye. drawing the defenders out. Idrissa Gana Gueye looking to his left. This is Sadio Mane. And he's picked out a great pass there. Oh, what a save! Oh, and it hits the bar. Offside. Well, nonetheless, the save was impressive. The move was impressive too. And it was Habib Diallo who was caught offside. But nonetheless, great save by Majek Mawith in the South Sudanese goal. That'll boost his confidence after conceding these 2 early goals. Foul by Nikate. And it's Ajakchol Riak who's complaining while he moves forward. South Sudan getting bodies up to that front line, as you can see. And as Mendy organises his back line, we wait to see what South Sudan can produce from this first effort to get into that Senegal penalty area. The ball chipped in. Koulibaly, as ever, commanding presence. Downward header. Oh, neat, nice footwork. That was very neat indeed from Wani Ivan. Peter Maka, the South Sudanese captain there, the number 4. Good pressure by South Sudan. They've won the ball back. And looking to get the delivery into the area. There's 2 men there or thereabouts. They've had to come backwards, though. And a long effort. Pass comes shot. Didn't test Edouard Mendy in the Senegalese goal. The effort from Rashid Toha. Koulibaly back to Mendy. Senegal looking very comfortable with a 2-goal lead already. This is Idrissa Gana Gueye. You see Ende there. Koulibaly moving forward. And Senegal with a front 5 at the moment. Gana Gueye running things in midfield. And Sadio Mane up front, basically drifting wherever he can find space, and he's found quite a lot of it so far. Gueye. Gueye again. Nobody moving up front, but creating something there on the left, where Senegal have had great success so far. Jacobs there on the left-hand side. Gueye again. Plays it short to Niakate. This is Jacobs, back to Niakate. Koulibaly's calling. But it's Gana Gueye. He's moving forward. This is great ball from Kamara to Sadio Mane. He's got options. He tries to feed the ball through. He's crowded out. Peter Maka of South Sudan clears again. But it's only to a Senegalese foot. The ball lofted back inside. And more danger again for South Sudan. Ende was within a few centimetres of getting his foot on that, and it seemed a certain goal. The ball crossed in by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Headed on by a South Sudanese defender. Ende was just there on the far post. Corner for Senegal now. This is Jacobs, left-footed in swinger. And everyone on high alert in that South Sudan defence. Jacobs puts it in, near post. It's Peter Maka who heads it down. And in the resulted attempted clearance that was blocked, we now have goal kick to South Sudan. South Sudan playing out from the back. Stick to their game plan, but giving the ball away. Here comes Senegal again. Oh, Mane was on a run through. Here's Idrissa Gana Gueye coming through the edge of the box. Ndiaye there was robbed, and now South Sudan on the break. Unable to progress beyond the Kamara. but still managing to string some passes together. That's one to chase, but gathered by Edouard Mendy in the Senegalese penalty area. It's promising to see how South Sudan, in spite of trailing 2-0 at this early stage, sticking to their game plan, trying to play football, playing out from the back. It's certainly promising to see, and let's hope they can get some reward for their efforts. They've had a couple of near misses, I suppose, in terms of getting into an attacking area, but one of the big problems they have is that this Senegal side is basically packed with quality in every position. If you just take that ball from Kamara. Here he is again, Kamara on the ball. Keeping possession. Senegal just looking to play to feet. Koulibaly. Long ball inside the defender, a little bit too long. But the idea there was to get Jacobs in on the left-hand side, and the ball that Koulibaly was trying inside of the fullback is certainly one of great quality. Aliou Cissé, the Senegalese coach. Here comes South Sudan. Stringing passes together. That's and the final ball, sadly, one that was neither a shot nor a decent pass for the most furthest forward South Sudanese player, and it's straight into the hands of Edouard Mendy and the Senegalese goal. Koulibaly once again for Senegal. The captain looking ahead. Words of encouragement from Aliou Cissé. And this is another chance for Senegal then. Keeping possession, moving backwards. Almost toying with South Sudan. This is Gana Gueye. Finding that gap again. Sadio Mane is who they're looking for. And the ball hoofed away by South Sudan. But Senegal making more progress. The cross comes in. And South Sudan keeping cool, trying to play out of their defence. But it seems as soon as they get it into midfield, the ball is given away and the pressure is back on. Here's Kamara. The outer back to Koulibaly. Gana Gueye dropping back into an almost sweeper position. Wonderful crossfield ball to Jacobs. South Sudan back in possession now. That's Achol. A loose ball collected by the Senegalese defence. So far what we're seeing is what is probably predicted by most observers in this one. South Sudan rated something like 167th in the FIFA World Rankings. It was always going to be a tough ask to take on Senegal, who are the current African champions. And shaping again with another effort here. Peter Maka with it seemed like an attempted backheel flick to clear it, but it ended up being guided back to his goalkeeper. And Magic Maweth's long clearance ends with a throw-in to Senegal. Koulibaly shepherding the ball out of play. Koulibaly for many seasons has been one of the most coveted defenders in world football. And certainly his move from Napoli to Chelsea was one that saw him move on to a really big stage in the English Premier League. Koulibaly now, of course, having moved to the Saudi Pro League. Majak. That's Joanga Jackson. Goalkeeper Magic Mawith looks to play it short, as is the South Sudanese fashion. Longer ball to the wing, hoping to play in Kouach Yuel. He's adjudged to have fouled Jacobs. Mendy. South Sudan's coach Dupuis hoping to find some ideas as to how to break down this Senegalese side, but it's very tricky when you consider the quality that they have right across the park. Here's the scorer of the first goal, Pape Matassar. Who's not impressed that the decision for the throw-in has gone against him. Throw-in to South Sudan. But in many ways, the pressure's still on. It's right down there in their left-back position. And South Sudan with players around the ball, but still managing to lose it to Senegal. That's Peter Maka, the captain of the team, keeping a cool head. It has to be said, the South Sudan team trying to play to feet, which is interesting. This is Sadio Mane for Senegal. They've got options here. They call for the offside, and South Sudan awarded a free kick. Timing for the ball by Sadio Mane is slightly off in terms of where Diallo was headed to. But Habib Diallo adjudged to have been offside. And here comes Wani Ivan for South Sudan. This is Peter Maka. Back to goalkeeper Magic Mawith. He shapes for the long one. Hoofs it into the Senegalese half. Very accurately finding his number 9, Tito Okello. But here comes Senegal again. This is Mane. Great save by Magic Mawith. But it looked like Mane was about to make it 3-0. And once again, the transition from defense to midfield to attack from Senegal is so quick. Sadio Mane, as is off his way, all smiles. But he knows he could have made that 3. It was a wonderful through ball by entier there. From the initial pass by Koulibaly, and great save by the South Sudan keeper, Magic Mawith. And here's Mane again. Mane brought down by Magic. Now, what will the referee decide here? Because if Mane was in a goal-scoring position, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, it's... Some of the voices I'm hearing in the background are calling for a red card. Bring it down to play it like this. We see there Magic was basically, he'd sold himself. Mane was through, so theoretically that could have been a red card. The referee deciding that it's worth a yellow. David Molis of Lesotho. So South Sudan keep their goalkeeper. And Senegal have a free kick roughly 20 meters from the South Sudanese goal. Here's that move again. We see Mane go round the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper basically take out Sadio Mane. So I think many observers might think that South Sudan are still lucky to have their goalkeeper. Magic Mawith trying to get players organised. It's Lamine Camara who's placing the ball. The youngster who plays for FC Metz in France. Tipped for great things. Still 19 years old. And looking at that expression, I think we're looking at a shot. There Referee Mr. Molis unhappy with the positioning of the players there. Majak Marwith bracing himself for what might be. Kamara for Senegal. And that was very close indeed. You had the feeling that Majak Marwith had it covered. But certainly, the youngster for Senegal had one thing in mind, that was putting that ball into that top right-hand corner. So goal kick to South Sudan. It's still Senegal 2, South Sudan 0. We're at the half-hour mark. And Lamine Kamara there, close to making it 3. Free kick to South Sudan. And getting his men organised. It's Kouash Ewell who's standing over the ball. Tito Kello joins him. Kouash Ewell with a free kick. It's chipped inside. Headed away, and an offside decision is seen and approved by referee David Molis. Peter Maka and his Senegalese team lose their chance to have an attempt on the Senegalese goal. Peter Maka, the undoubted star of the South Sudan team, and certainly carrying the responsibility of keeping their heads up at this difficult stage in the game. Trailing by 2-0. Senegal very much controlling the match. This is Idrissa Gana Gueye. Koulibaly. Senegal heading down this right-hand side with Pape Matar Sarr. Plays the ball through to Diatta. At this stage, Senegal, it seems, cutting through South Sudan at will. But nonetheless, South Sudan still pressing. And here's a possibility for them. The shot blocked. Tries again. Blocked again. Unlucky there for Ajak. It's Kamara playing the ball to the left. Sadio Mane's calling for it. Sadio Mane now has it. But it's one to run for, and he's crowded out. Mane unhappy at the delivery. But good work there by Rashid Toha for South Sudan. Tito Kello there. Referee Molis. Majak with the kick. It's intercepted by Idrissa Gana Gueye. South Sudan keep possession. This is Wani Yivan. Peter Maka. And Senegal get possession again. This is Sadio Mane cutting inside, flicking the ball through. It's a back heel, another chance, and Peter Maka there with the interception. That was a really important tackle there, put in by the South Sudan captain. Great play from Senegal, but that really incisive, important tackle there from Peter Maka. Kamara with the corner. In swinging from the left-hand side. And it's put into touch by Rashid Toha for another corner to Senegal, this time on the other side of the pitch. The right-hand side as Senegal is attacking. Majak organising matters. Jacobs has made the trip over to this side to take the corner. In swinging. Cleared by Peter Maka. He's having a real captain's game, isn't he? And the South Sudan, it seems, unable to clear the ball further than 30 metres, 40 metres from their goal. Sarr. Senegal trying to look down the left-hand side. This is Sadio Mane, turns inside. Senegal finding their teammates at will here, it seems. That was Diatta's attempt to play in Entier, but it was intercepted and cut out by Tito Okello. Diatta. Senegal moving backwards. This is the inevitable Koulibaly. Senegal moving forward. Ganagay making himself available. Receives the ball now. Koulibaly's on. Koulibaly has the ball now. Diatta. Loose ball from Koulibaly, but Senegal keeping possession. Two players in the middle. Diatta again. Cuts inside. Lays it back, and the shot comes in. Great save. And somehow the ball scooped over the top. Impressive move from Senegal. Fantastic save from Majak. Saw Diatta coming inside. Instead of heading for goal, he laid it back. The shot was fired in hard and low. Just how goalkeepers don't like it. Majak was down to his left-hand side to make an important save. This is that South Sudan marauding forward. And the shot coming from Kouash Juel. High and wide, but nonetheless promising to see South Sudan getting into this range where they can have a pop at the Senegalese goal. And the forwards there making a real nuisance of themselves. Loose play from Senegal. South Sudan back in possession. This is Juel. And Juel looking to link with his right winger, but sadly the breakdown and understanding means possession now for Senegal again. Moving to this right-hand side. Diatta has the ball. Koulibaly. Idrissa Gana Gueye dropping off into a defensive role just to get more space so he can bring the ball forward. Loose ball. US has got possession for South Sudan. He runs into trouble and has committed a foul in trying to keep possession. Senegal building again through Gana Gueye, knocking the ball forward. Senegal now on the right-hand side. Diatta back to Koulibaly. Number 19 is Nikiate. Idrissa Gana Gueye. Easy ball to Koulibaly. Senegal just building patiently. This is Ende. He's gone too far, but he keeps possession. He's got Diatta on his right. He's coming backwards. Receives the ball again. Senegal just playing cat and mouse with South Sudan at this present moment in time. Gana Gueye switches feet. Nice move. Here's Sadio Mane, inevitably playing the ball gently to the left. It's back inside, and here's a shot from Gana Gueye, saved by Majak. And that was a very important, a very difficult save to make. The ball was hit hard, bouncing in front of the keeper. Great performance by Majak. Cynics might say he's conceded 2 goals, but I think if you watch it fairly, it could have been 5. And certainly he's pulled off some great saves so far in this match. Here's Ende. Gay plays it to the left-hand side. Sadio Mane on the ball. And Sadio Mane bundled over. The referee unmoved. And South Sudan playing themselves out of defence in a very composed manner. But nonetheless, Senegal keeping up the pressure. So that's Mane brought down. "40 minutes gone. Senegal 2, South Sudan 0. Koulibaly with the loose ball. Idrissa Gana Gueye, meat and drink to him the way he keeps possession in that way. The Everton midfielder has been very busy in this match. Gana Gueye once again. He looks up, tries the shot from distance. Makes a complete hash of it, but nobody knows that more than he does. Neat play by Tito Okello. Peter Chol on the right-hand side. Here's Sadio Mane, instant control, turns away inside. Can link up, another chance for Senegal. Plays it back, and it's Gana Gueye arriving late again. He's put that shot where he put his previous one, high over the bar. But nice play from Sadio Mane, linking up with Habib Diallo. Diallo picking out Gueye, running in. And the Everton midfielder, clearly, as you can see on his face, unhappy with that attempted finish. Here's Mane looking to his right. Habib Diallo cutting back inside. Sees Gueye making the run. Gueye arriving, and kapow, straight over the bar. Long clearance. Mopped up by the Senegal defence. South Sudan back in possession in midfield. And that was really the kind of back flick that you don't need in that situation, creating a very dangerous loose ball. Hoovered up by the Senegal midfield. Here's Kamara. Outside of the boot, finds Mane. Left-hand side. Mane shuffling his feet, plays an interesting ball inside. It's cut out by the South Sudan defence. But Senegal looking irresistible as they're moving through midfield. There's an ease, there's a pace about everything they do. Kamara to Gueye. Gueye plays it inside to Sarr. Here's Sarr again, shapes to shoot. And Senegal still has the chance. Intercepted and cleared, but back in again from Koulibaly. And the ball eventually making its way back to the South Sudanese goalkeeper, Majak Mawif. The pressing from Senegal is relentless. South Sudan struggling to actually get any space in midfield. Still trying to play football, but Gana Gueye robbed that play, and there's the third goal. Idrissa Gana Gueye robbed the South Sudanese defender on the edge of the penalty area, and it's Lamine Camara who makes it 3-0 to Senegal. Aliou Cissé, the Senegalese coach, unmoved, it seems, on the bench. Lamine Camara giving thanks, as indeed his teammates are giving thanks to him for making it Senegal 3, South Sudan 0. We see here South Sudan regain possession, but it's Idrissa Gana Gueye there who robs the player and slots the ball neatly through to Camara, who drives the ball high into the South Sudanese net. There he is, the goal scorer, Lamine Camara of FC Metz of France. And it's 3-0 on the stroke of half-time. We're in a period of added time here at the Stade Abdoulaye Wade, where Senegal are completely in control of this fixture at this moment in time. And I apologize, I didn't see what was on the board of the assistant referee, and I couldn't understand what the stadium announcement was. But we're in the process of some extra time here. Senegal again, this is Sadio Mane with a chance, and he screwed it wide. How many times have we seen him for Bayern Munich and for Liverpool put that kind of half chance away? He's a little bit disappointed, but one suspects in this game, of course, this kind of chance will come once again very shortly. Nice ball inside, Mane just slips his man, and with his left foot puts it wide of the right hand post. Worth pointing out, the ball inside from Ismail Jacobs was perfect, wasn't it? Majak with the long goal kick. And as he kicks it, the referee, Mr. Molis, blows the whistle. It's half-time here at the Stade Abdoulaye Wade. Senegal in charge, leading by 3-0. There you see goals by Sarr, Mane and Camara. Much more to come, no doubt. Welcome back to the Stade Abdoulaye Wade here in Diamniadio in Senegal for this qualifying game for the 2026 World Cup. Senegal leading by 3-0. South Sudan in the green strip, Senegal in all white. Kalidou Koulibaly, captain of the Senegal team there, playing the ball up the right-hand side. We've got Senegal, 3 players in the middle. The ball is scooped up inside. Mane tries to get in touch, he can't. Senegal still have possession. Idrissa Gana Gueye, short ball, receives it again, moves the ball around, trying to make South Sudan move, creating space. Here's Ende, tries to flick it back. And it's Peter Maker yet again for South Sudan who steps up. And South Sudan scramble the ball away into midfield, where Senegal once again clean up. Idrissa Gana Gueye, who's been patrolling midfield at his own pace in this game. And certainly Senegal very much in control. And the ball from Jacobs, a little bit too long for the scorer of the first goal, Pape Matar Sarr. Idrissa Gana Gueye, the Everton midfielder, wearing the number 5 shirt for Senegal in this game. Looks like he's hardly broken sweat. But he's covered a lot of ground for his country this evening already. This is Majak Mawith with the long clearance from his goal mouth, trying to launch South Sudan into some kind of goal-scoring position. Edouard Mendy in goal there for Senegal. Koulibaly. Gana Gueye dropping back. This is Lamine Camara. Spreading the ball wide. Diarra. the captain, Kalidou Koulibaly. Kamara. This is Gay. Sadio Mane. Gay again. Idrissa Gana Gay, foot on the ball, always looking for options. Koulibaly. This is Sarr. Gana Gay. Neat work there from Diatta. Diatta going down that right-hand side. And thought he'd won the corner, but the South Sudanese defender got a foot in. This is dangerous again now for South Sudan. And cool heads nonetheless in the South Sudanese defence. But the ball given away. Senegal back in possession. This is Kamara, who scored the third goal just before half-time. The shot comes in. Magic was equal to it. And South Sudan somehow scrambling this away. The shot from Sarr was a good one. And the second half basically restarting where the first half ended. Pressure by Senegal on the South Sudanese goal. Jacobs plays it inside. Niakate. Koulibaly. That's Sarr. And a break by Ende. Looking to cut inside to Mane. Mane was there, but it was intercepted. Gana Gay. Cool head, keeping possession as always. Niakate finds Koulibaly. Idrissa Gana Gay back to Koulibaly. This is cat and mouse stuff from Senegal. Sadio Mane, perfectly balanced as always. Jacobs looks inside. Lamine Camara, short ball to Jacobs. Idrissa Gana Gay now. Looks to his right. This is Sarr. Sarr has possession again. Neat flick. And Senegal perhaps shaping to shoot here in some way, shape or form. Trying to spread the South Sudanese defence. The ball is put in. And the danger for now over for South Sudan, but that was another example of how quickly Senegal can strike. Jacobs plays it inside. Kamara flicked it on. And South Sudan reeling from how Senegal are moving the ball down either wing or through the inside channels. South Sudan regaining possession. That was Ewell trying to play in Tito Okello, but sadly unable to combine. And another illustration of how Senegal can close down. This is Sadio Mane, edge of the box. Sadio Mane shaping to shoot, cuts back inside. And some desperate defending there by South Sudan. Samuel Taban with that important intervention. He seemed to be falling over as Sadio Mane changed positions, but he was able to get a foot to the ball. Corner to Senegal. Sadio Mane over the ball. Jacobs is with him. For my money, that's Mane saying far post. Mane with the corner, swings it in. But it's come to another Senegal play. It's blocked. Nde's shot was blocked. Sarr's shot over the bar, high and wide. But we saw there Sadio Mane tell the players exactly where he wanted them to be when he took that corner. And another chance created for Senegal. South Sudan's keeper, Magic Mawith. clears the mud off his studs before launching the ball forward. They use the word mud hypothetically, or figuratively rather, as this is an artificial surface. Majak's kick. Ewell tries to keep possession. South Sudan still struggling to get this under control. This is Sadio Mane in with a possible chance. Great work by the South Sudanese defence. Keeping it cool, keeping possession, working it between them. But in that final pass there, basically causing themselves problems. Idrissa Gana Gueye tidies up. This is Sarr, looks to his right. Tries to play in Diatta, who crosses. The header over the bar. Sadio Mane was standing by. It was Habib Diallo who got his head to the ball. But couldn't get enough on it to bring it towards the goal. Let's see that again. The cross scooped in. And Diallo always struggling to get high enough to angle the ball the way he wanted to towards the goal. Menjat's kick. And Koulibaly marshalling the Senegal defence, brings the ball out, plays in Idrissa Gana Gueye. Sadio Mane. A meaty challenge. Here's Mane again, cuts inside. This is Sadio Mane with a chance. Into the side netting. The change of pace was electric. The referee has a word with the South Sudanese captain, Peter Maka, before showing him a yellow card. And Sadio Mane fouled in the process. Let's take a look at this again. Mane cuts inside. Beautifully balanced. And that challenge with 2 feet by Peter Maka earned him a booking. And I suspect has earned Senegal a penalty. Indeed, Sadio Mane placing the ball on the penalty spot. Sadio Mane versus Majak Mawith. South Sudanese goalkeeper trying to spread himself high and wide as Mane is poised to strike this kick. It's Sadio Mane for Senegal. Puts it high into the right-hand side to make it Senegal 4, South Sudan 0. Perfectly placed penalty by the former Liverpool and Bayern Munich star. Mane once again head onto the ground, giving thanks, his teammates giving thanks to him for making such a efficient job of that penalty. And Senegal now very much in control. Let's take a look again. Mane, crisp strike into that top right-hand corner. Mixture of confidence and skill gives that kind of finish. And Senegal a 4-goal lead. Mane's second goal of the game coming in the 57th minute. Koulibaly out to Diatta. Sarr's ball forward. It's on for Diallo to chase, but he can't reach. Throw into South Sudan. South Sudan losing possession. This is Lamine Camara. Feeds the ball into Mane's feet. Mane with 3 defenders around him. This is Kalidou Koulibaly holding off the challenge from Tito Okello. Now just Sagana Gay on the ball. Short pass, keeping possession. Neat exchange with Sarr. Sarr loses his man. He's got Diatta on the right. Diatta looks back to Sarr. Gay's free. Gay has the ball. Plays it inside to Ndé. He loses it. In turn, South Sudan trying to construct themselves. Nice short passes, but it's given away again. Sarr has the ball for Senegal. This is Diatta. He's got Ndé on the right. Back to Sarr. Here's Idrissa Gana Gueye. Senegal playing short passes, keeping possession. Now coming over to the left-hand side. This is Sadio Mane. Nice flick. Jacobs on the ball. Lamine Camara in midfield. Finds Idrissa Gana Gueye. He's looking for Mane. There's Mane. Ndé lets it run on to Sarr. Sarr looks to his right. Diatta's there. Senegal 3, 4, 5 men in the box now. This is Diatta. Still progressing. Camara with a possible shot. And it's put wide by Diallo. Linesman shaking his head about offside. Diallo was in with a real scoring chance there. Meanwhile, substitution for South Sudan. Kenyi Shadrack Wani is coming on. Replacing Tito Okello Lazarus. So Kenyi Wani. That's Tito Okello leaving the pitch to be replaced by Kenyi Wani. And Emmanuel Loki is coming on. Replacing Jawanga Jackson, the number 2. And now it's business as usual with Senegal getting possession, giving it away that time. And now South Sudan trying to build into an attack. Ndé to Sarr. Sarr plays it back towards Diatta. Sarr in turn shifting the ball over to the left wing where he finds Jacobs. Idrissa Gana Gueye in acres of space as often in this match. This is Koulibaly. Senegal painstakingly picking their way through the midfield. Ndé back to Koulibaly. Idrissa Gueye comes short, knocks it back to Koulibaly, receives again. He's got players to his left. Koulibaly again on the right-hand side. Long ball. Lamine Camara collected. And good work by Peter Chol for South Sudan, but Idrissa Gana Gueye in possession again for Senegal. He finds Sarr. Sarr's ball through to Diallo was a good one, even though South Sudan were calling for an offside. It looks like here we're having a group substitution by Senegal. Sadio Mane off for a rest. Mane, of course, score of 2 goals so far this evening. His game's over. He's replaced by Nicholas Jackson of Chelsea. Sadio Mane's night is over. Very successful game for him. Nicholas Jackson takes his place. Number 17 coming off. That's Papa Matissa, who scored the first goal. Crépin Diatta is off too. So foremost Mendy replacing Diatta. And Sadio Mane left to reflect on another good night's work. Patesis and Lope, as you can see there, waiting to take their place. And we're underway again. Senegal once again in possession. The inevitable Kalidou Koulibaly strokes the ball back to Edouard Mendy, the goalkeeper. He in turn finds the right-hand side. It's brought back into Koulibaly in the middle. Senegal now playing the ball to feet, trying to bring South Sudan out of their shell. Gardagay, Koulibaly. Aliou Cissé, the Senegalese coach, appears to be calling the players to the right-hand side, saying try and use the right wing a bit more. But another timely challenge by Kalidou Koulibaly. Senegal building from the back once again. Idrissa Gana Gueye combining with Lopi, who is fouled on his first touch on the ball. The free kick taken quickly. Senegal getting things rolling again. The game plan, keep possession, pass the ball around, make South Sudan work. And South Sudan trying to impose their football on the match too. Looking to play to feet. But so far, the game is all Senegal. Ismaïla Pathé-Ciss. Habib Diallo there. And Majak Mawith, the goalkeeper who's conceded 4 goals, but I'll say it again, he's had a good game. Because he may have conceded 4, but I think he stopped another 4 or 5 as well. So whilst he'll be smarting from what's happened in terms of conceding the goals, I think he needs to take heart in the fact that his performances saved his country from a more embarrassing scoreline. Here comes Senegal. The through ball. It's brought back for essentially South Sudan to cut it out. Koulibaly once more for Senegal. Tries a back flick which doesn't come off. It's mopped up by the South Sudan midfield. Lockey there, who was able to cut out the ball, but in turn Lockey fouled as he was trying to head forward. It was Mendy who essentially put the elbow into his back. So, oh, nice nutmeg there. South Sudanese winger Kouashuel. Audaciously slotting the ball through his opponent's legs. The term nutmeg, certainly used in English football. And in using it, I'm giving away my roots, aren't I? So, is this a chance for South Sudan? Edouard Mendy organising his defence. Ewell is standing over the ball. He's got a massive green shirt to aim for. In comes the ball. It's long, it's deep. And sadly for South Sudan, it goes too far and out for a throw-in to Senegal. Chance squandered, I think we have to say. Idrissa Gana again caught in possession. But Senegal with defenders over, able to tidy up. And South Sudan not even getting a chance on goal. Senegal building forward again. Gana Gueye looking for options up front. He plays a diagonal ball. Jacobs knocks it back with ease. And Senegal now just stroking the ball around as they seek to create gaps. This is Gana Gueye again to Koulibaly. Sarr. Jacobs. Dion Lopi. Niakate to Koulibaly. Looks to his right. This is an interesting one. The shot comes in. Pathé Ciss's shot was not on target, but it could have created a chance on the left-hand side of the goal. But fortunately for South Sudan, the ball goes away for a goal kick. But another example of how Senegal quickly moved from that deep defensive situation. One incisive pass. Koulibaly there with that ball. Pathé Ciss with the shot in, and you see they're just coming the outside there. Habib Diallo. Just threatening once again. Here comes South Sudan. Now this is a possibility. But once more, the commanding nature of the Senegal defence really snuffing out any possibility. Great work from Diallo for Senegal. Free kick to South Sudan. Kouash Ewell. Let's hope he can conjure up something a little bit more productive than his last free kick. Once again, lots of green shirts to aim for. Peter Macker in the box there, the captain. And the free kick not delivered with any real quality, sadly. And we come again with Senegal playing out of defence, as has been the pattern through this match. Often through Koulibaly on the ball now. Linking up with Gana Gueye, who has the ball at this present moment in time. Gueye turns, feeds the ball inside. This is Mendy again to Koulibaly. Senegal taking their time. Idrissa Gana Gueye needed to be quick, able to find another player. Jacobs. Niakate. Gana Gueye. Square ball to Koulibaly. In possession again, the former Chelsea, former Napoli man. Here's Idrissa Gana Gueye of Everton. And South Sudan rob the ball in possession, looking to move forward. This is Uech. Turns very neatly, changes feet, but his pass has no quality. He gives the ball back to Senegal. Signs here of many tired faces and tired bodies in the South Sudan team. And at that point, Coach Dupuis decides to inject some fresh legs. Bringing on the number 6, Yoseke. You see Achol going off there, Yoseke coming on. Riak is leaving the game, and Omer replaces him. And movement on the Senegalese bench. Idrissa Gana Gueye has been replaced by Abdou Diallo. Certainly, Idrissa Gana Gueye has put in a shift, as they say. And now making way for Abdou Diallo. Jacobs. Neat play. And a neat ball inside there from Nicholas Jackson, the Chelsea man. Foremost Mendy with the throw-in to his captain, Kalidou Koulibaly. Koulibaly finds his former Chelsea teammate, Edouard Mendy. And a loose ball from Koulibaly, very uncharacteristic. This is Uesh. And a shot. It was hopeful, and it was wide. Coming in from the South Sudan midfield. It was almost as though South Sudan couldn't believe their luck that that ball was given away by Koulibaly. Very uncharacteristic mistake from the Senegalese captain. This is Niakate. Diallo slipping into that role that had been filled by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Jacobs back to Diallo. Diallo looking to his right-hand side. He finds Pathé. Pathé goes past one player. It's cut out by the South Sudanese defense. They always try to play out of defense. It's really nice to see this desire to play football feet to feet. But all too often, South Sudan have been caught in those positions. But I think it augurs well that the South Sudan Bright Stars want to play the kind of football that people like to see. Playing out from the defense and trying to put together a string of passes to create something. But today it hasn't really worked for them at all. That scoreline really telling the story. Senegal taking the lead as early as the 40th second. And that man, Sadio Mane, with 2 goals on the night. Here's the captain, Koulibaly. Diallo. Linking up with Kamara. Move breaks down. But Senegal back in possession. This is Pathé. Pathé looking for some support. Gets it. Diallo again in that deep role. Lopi, Niakate, this is Diallo again. Jacobs, who has hugged that left touchline throughout the game. It's an interception. And sadly the ball gifted back to the Senegal defence. Lamine Camara of FC Metz of France. Here he is on the ball again. One of the real bright young hopes of Senegalese football. But here in the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium, it's Senegal that is outshining the Bright Stars of South Sudan. Diallo, prospective ball forward, the shot, and there is the 5th goal. No, Diallo judged to have been offside, but what an enterprising move from Senegal. Habib Diallo judged offside in that move. Nice finish, it has to be said, but of course it doesn't count. Coach Dupuis of South Sudan. He's a Frenchman. Nicolas Dupuis was a lower league player here in France. Has built a respected career as a coach. He had the national job at Madagascar and has taken over just a month ago the role at South Sudan. Certainly Nicolas Dupuis is known for his career as a lower league player here in France, having coached there in the lower leagues too. It's known as the Amateur Championship of France, the kind of equivalent of Division 3 or the third tier, I suppose. And he looks very distinguished on the touchline with his grey beard. Magic Mawith there, clearing. South Sudan keeping possession here in midfield. Put the pressure on almost immediately. Crossfield ball. Trying to find some space on this right-hand side. But the ball is given away. Lobby collects. This is Kamara. Lamine Kamara. Foot on the ball, looking round. The Senegal players always seem to have time. This is Jacobs. Feints to go inside. Slots the ball very neatly to Lopi. Gets the ball back again. Diallo. Koulibaly. Looks to his right. This is Diallo again. Coming back inside to Niakate. Niakate goes back. Turns to his left, looks for Jacobs. There he is. What can Jacobs do now? He's going inside on a run. This is dangerous for Senegal, and a great save from Magic Mawith. Very neat work. Diallo's shot was asking questions, and Magic Mawith had the answers in the South Sudanese goal. He wasn't offside, and that save all important. Corner for Senegal. Lamine Kamara swings the ball in. And foul committed by number 22, Abdou Diallo. Means a free kick for South Sudan. Right in front of the goal mouth there. It's Magic Mawith, no doubt, to take it. As the coach, Nicolas Dupuis, looks on. He's applauding his players, but really at this stage in the game, trailing by 4-0 with 9 minutes to go. The best that they can hope for, perhaps, is a consolation goal. In the meantime, goalkeeper Majak appears to have taken a knock on the left elbow. Just to remind you, the stadium empty because of a sanction placed on Senegal by FIFA after the incidents at the Senegal-Egypt match over a year ago. Senegal's coach, Aliou Cissé, was displeased, let's put it that way, to hear that the game would be played behind closed doors. And the Senegalese Federation taking advantage of that to invite young footballers from local clubs to basically be in the crowd and make some noise. There's about 1,000 of them who are sat in the seats opposite our camera position. You may see them when the camera pans towards the right-hand side of the stadium. They've been massed there, singing and being quite noisy throughout this game. Edouard Mendy showing he can juggle the ball. Impressive stuff from the keeper. And a little water break is over. The clock ticks on, 83 minutes gone. Majak Mawith shapes to launch the ball into the Senegalese half as Aliou Cisse throws his chewing gum onto the ground. Let's hope that doesn't stick on his feet or someone else's. Senegal in possession, and that's been the pattern throughout the game. This is Edouard Mendy in the goal. Finds with composite ease Moussa Niakate, who edges forward. He decides to play the ball back towards Abdou Diallo. Niakate again. This is Koulibaly calmly knocking the ball back to Mendy. South Sudan's forwards galloping forward, trying to bring their teammates together, but in a sense there's a certain fatigue, and certainly a mental fatigue at this point. South Sudan trailing by 4 goals to 0. It's hard to keep rallying when it's like that. But not for Senegal. Here's Jacobs marauding forward again, crossing from the left. It's cleared as far. Oh, a great save from Majak. And on the rebound, offside, unfortunately, again. But once again, we see Senegal really threatening. Another goal disallowed for offside. Diallo, once again, the offender. He can't believe his luck. 2 goals disallowed for this boy. The ball chipped forward. Jacobs coming on the left-hand side. He puts in the cross. It's half cleared. And we see as the shot goes in from Lopi, the Senegal players in that offside position. Had Lopi scored, of course, that would have been allowed. But because the ball rebounded to Diallo, who is in an offside position, his goal is disallowed. So Diallo again, trying to find his way through, but squeezed out. South Sudan now with a chance to launch forward and perhaps get that consolation goal. But it's Kalidou Koulibaly who comes away with the ball. Short to Diallo. Senegal playing triangles back to Koulibaly. This is Niakate. It's got Jacobs to his left, constantly calling for the ball. That was Lopi. Koulibaly again. Lamine Camara arrives second there. South Sudan have possession once more. They're looking forward, looking for some kind of movement, looking for some kind of a gap, but Senegal have it covered. This is the problem. One senses in the South Sudanese team there is a will to get forward, but they can't find any space. Great pass. This is a threat for Senegal now. And sadly, Pathé Ciss unable to get that shot on goal. But what a quality pass to put him in that position. This is Lopi for Senegal, looking forward. Lamine Camara. Niakate, the referee, getting in the way of that pass, which is aimed for Camara. And play just starting on the spot there with the nod of the referee. This is Camara again. Camara takes the ball forward. Pathé Ciss is there. A shot comes in. It's cleared by South Sudan. It was Mendy with the shot on the right-hand side. Pathé had run through. But the massed ranks of the South Sudanese defense was able to repel that attack. Senegal coming again, though. And Kamara's pass lacking the quality to bring in Habib Diallo, who is heading forward. Koulibaly. South Sudan in possession. Senegal pressing. But here's a chance for the visitors. The ball is crossed in. Nice control. And Koulibaly blocks the shot, but the danger isn't over. Is this the... And that's the closest that South Sudan has come to getting anywhere near Edouard Mendy's goal. And the header, sadly, just to the wrong side of that far post from Kouash Juel. There's Juel again. He's got Koulibaly to beat. Tries the shot. Koulibaly blocks. Shot again. And Edouard Mendy perfectly positioned. But perhaps here, South Sudan rallying perhaps for this consolation goal, which you could say they deserve. Certainly on the past 60 seconds they do. Once again, we settle into the familiar pattern of this match. Senegal strolling through the defence into deep midfield. The ball hoisted forward. This is Kamara with a chance. And Kamara has managed to put the ball to the wrong side of that post. Apologies, Habib Diallo with that effort. It was a beautiful ball through. Diallo seemed to have time and space, but wasn't able to finish. The ball from Kamara. Diallo on the run. Rounds the goalkeeper. The goal is empty. And with the goal begging, he puts it into the side netting. 90 minutes are up. We're into added time here at the Senegal-South Sudan match. And Senegal marauding forward yet again. 4 minutes of added time. Here comes Senegal. Great save by Majak. And as the ball, it rebounds out. The shot comes in again. And disappointment from the Senegalese young midfielder Lamine Camara. Perhaps he thought he should have done better. There's the first save, and Kamara was perfectly positioned for the rebound. His left-footed shot high and wide. Majak Mawith still complaining of a sore left arm. And I'll say it again, the South Sudanese goalkeeper. Oh, that looks kind of nasty, doesn't it? A real swelling there. You can see the swelling in his left arm. That doesn't look good. He's conceded 4 goals tonight. I don't think any of those goals are his fault. And certainly I think he's performed in such a way that he's stopped Sudan conceding another 4 goals or 5 goals. And some determined play there from the South Sudanese midfield. Nonetheless, Senegal once again in possession. Yuseko merely giving away the throw-in with that tackle that he put in. Here comes Diallo. Kate plays the ball across to Koulibaly. Strolling forward. Plays it short. It's Jackson. Pathé Jackson again. Rolls the ball over with his foot. Cuts back inside. Tries a shot himself. The Chelsea man scooping the ball high and wide. He knows he could do better. As the clock ticks down, the shout from the benches, come on, let's finish the game off. This is Jackson again. Nice use of the flat of the foot to roll the ball. Cuts back, tries a shot, and the finish, not one he'll write home about. As the clock ticks down on the added time, this is Diallo for Senegal. Pathé comes short. This is Lopi. Diallo again. He's got Kamara. Plays it short. Nice play. Jackson shoots. Scoops the ball to Jacobs. It's gone wide. Jacobs to scoop it back in from the left. Final chance for Senegal. Cleared by South Sudan. Nice move, you have to say. Nice move. Pathé. This is Niakate. To Lopi. Finds Diallo on that right-hand side. He comes back inside again. Pathé. Lopi. Looks for Diate on the right. It's intercepted by South Sudan, who try to break, and the attack is just extinguished by Diallo for Senegal. And the move breaks down. South Sudan hoof the ball clear. Uesh tries to flick the ball on, perhaps to somehow land and chase it himself, but it's all smacking of desperation now for the South Sudanese. The game lost. Jackson. Pathé turns away from his man. This is Kamara. Plays the ball through to Pathé, who shoots through the legs of Peter Maka. And out it goes for a South Sudan goal kick. Another slick move from Senegal. Sadly lacking the finish. Smiles from the match referee as we get to the end of this game. We see here Pathé, the ball going through Peter Maka's legs. And also beyond the goal, out for a goal kick. And that's it for this game. The referee, Mr. Molis, bringing it to a close. And the cheers from the 1,000 or so invited guests, young players invited by the Senegalese Federation. There's the scoreline for you. Senegal 4, South Sudan 0. Goals by Pape Matsar.